ENGIE and the PIF ink an MoU to develop Saudi's green hydrogen industry, and Bank Muscat's first half profit rises 5.1%. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. ENGIE, a provider of low-carbon energy services and solutions for integrated utilities management, has signed an MoU with Saudi's Public Investment Fund. The MoU paves the way to explore opportunities to jointly develop projects for green hydrogen and derivatives production for export. ENGIE says its partnership with PIF will contribute to laying robust foundations for the green hydrogen industry, enabling the kingdom to be one of the top exporters of green hydrogen worldwide. Oman's flagship financial institution, Bank Muscat, saw first half net profit rise 5.1% year-on-year to $271 million, driven by higher net interest income. Total revenues for the first half of the year rose 5.9% to $652.5 million. Net interest income from conventional banking and net income from Islamic finance rose 11.1% to $479.8 million. Net loans and advances increased by 9.7% to $25.7 billion. Bank Muscat's assets rose by 3.8% to reach $34.6 billion. Pure Health, the largest healthcare platform in the Middle East, has pledged to be net zero by 2040. It's a decade before the world's deadline to reach net zero to achieve the goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Pure Health's pledge was announced at the Longevity of the Planet Summit in Abu Dhabi. The UAE became the first MENA country to announce a net zero emissions target when it declared the UAE Net Zero by 2050 strategic initiative back in 2021. Asian markets surged today on optimism that the Fed will stop hiking interest rates after data showed U.S. inflation rose less than expected last month. Hong Kong rose more than 2%, while Tokyo, Shanghai, Sydney, Seoul, Singapore, and Manila were all up more than 1%. Mumbai, Bangkok, and Wellington also closed higher. PepsiCo has raised its annual revenue and profit forecast for the second time, banking on resilient demand for its snacks and beverages, as well as price hikes. PepsiCo's average prices jumped 15% for Q2, while organic volume slipped 2.5%. The company says it expects 2023 organic revenue to rise 10%, compared with a prior forecast of an 8% increase. Net revenue rose to $22.32 billion from $20.23 billion in the previous quarter. German auto supplier Bosch will invest $2.8 billion in hydrogen fuel cell technology from 2021 to 2026. It expects to generate roughly $5.58 billion in sales from it by 2030. In vehicles with hydrogen fuel cells, hydrogen mixes with oxygen to produce water and energy to power the battery. These vehicles can refuel in minutes and have a much longer range than battery electric vehicles, but infrastructure is lacking. Bosch expects 1 in 5 new trucks to feature fuel cell powertrains by 2030. Britain's public debt could surge to more than 300% of annual economic output by 2070, up from about 100% now. The Office for Budget Responsibility says this is due to challenges including an aging society, climate change, and geopolitical tensions. Officials say these challenges already pose significant fiscal risks this decade. They say the government's plans for stabilizing and then reducing debt as a share of GDP are relatively modest by historical and by international standards. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes RealTime Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's wealthiest people. Our biggest winner today is LVMH's Bernard Arnault, up $7.6 billion with net wealth of $237.4 billion. Our second biggest winner today is Mark Zuckerberg on Meta's overnight rally. He's up $3.8 billion with net wealth of $109.6 billion. And our third place winner is L'Oreal's Francois Bettencourt-Myers. She's up $2.1 billion with net wealth of $92 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission has reportedly opened an expansive investigation into OpenAI, the maker of viral chatbot ChatGPT. It claims it's neglected consumer protection laws by putting personal reputations and data at risk. As the race to develop more powerful AI services like ChatGPT accelerates, some regulators have been relying on old laws to control a rapidly evolving technology. The FTC reportedly sent OpenAI a 20-page demand for records about how it addresses risks related to its AI models. And Google has launched its AI chatbot Bard in Arabic in its largest expansion since Bard launched in English in March. Powered by Google's latest language model, Bard has a multilingual understanding of information. It can understand questions in over 16 Arabic dialects, including Egyptian colloquial and Saudi colloquial. Bard shares responses in modern standard Arabic. Today, Bard is available in over 40 languages, including Chinese, German, Hindi, and Spanish. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.